Do you need to plug it up like an RV, or can you live sustainably off-grid? That is a design decision, and different tiny houses work different ways, and that's one of the things I really like about tiny houses, is you can design it to fit whatever the need is. So in my case, since I do intend to travel so much, I'll be building in two systems. One will be an on-grid system, so I can plug it in like an RV. One will be an off-grid system, so that if I'm not anywhere where I can plug in, I can still operate. So we're talking generators, solar, but we're building that in because we know that I'm going to be off-grid for periods of time. And the same goes for the water. So in an RV situation, you have a water port and you have running water. You won't have that if you're off-grid. So we're building in a rain barrel system where we collect water, and if there's no rain, I can always fill it up with a water hose with a filter system and a pressurizer, and it's an off-grid water system. So we will be building in two systems for each thing, water and power. Tell me about water, drainage, sewage, and your toilet. That's my biggest hang-up about living in a tiny house. It was mine too, until the design issues were addressed and I felt comfortable with the solutions and the options. I really hadn't decided that a tiny house was going to be the right choice. I was also under the misguided impression that a composting toilet would smell bad, like a litter box or something, and that what I really wanted was a water flush toilet, which would mean a sewage container that I would have to dump periodically. I was wrong. Turns out that a water flush system tends to have more of an odor than a composting system. I had no idea, but that seems to be the case. That doesn't mean that a water flushing system's a bad thing. It means that you've got options and they're not all bad. I will be using a composting toilet, so there's no sewage. The only thing I will have is a water drainage system, so the shower and the sink water has a place to go, but I'll also be reusing that. This will be a gray water system that I will recycle 2 or 3 times before I dump it. And it'll be safe to dump anywhere because I'm making sure that I don't have chemicals and such going into them that'll be dangerous for any water supplies, or animals, or kids, or anything. So the drain water that I'll be dumping is very safe. I won't have any sewage to deal with except for periodically dumping the composting toilet, which means nutrient-rich soil is what I'll be dumping. I will be using a composting toilet. It will not smell like a litter box. It will be so fresh and so clean, and I will have a water system that I will actually recycle and dump very, very clean, well-used water whenever I need to. So, simple, right?